Hello, hi, it's Liz here, and today I have these expander rings, or rings that you used to use or still use in planners, like happy planners, and this arc system. I found these when I was clearing out a drawer during my de-stash clearing out for the big move. And I thought, oh, I remember them. Years and years ago, I must have bought these. I did used to use a happy planner. Well, 1 year I think I used one. And I must have bought these as spares. And yeah, so if you don't know how these work, they're just little plastic circles, and they've got like a little edge. And what you do is you punch holes. Well, you can get a special punch that punches this actual shape, but I just punch a hole, and then I just use my scissors to cut a little slip, and then they just easily go on to the rings like that. Let me move them out the way. And yeah, and you've got a little journal using the rings. And I just thought, when I found them, I thought, oh, the very thing. I can use up some of these old journaling cards. I am down to my last bundle of bigger ones. So yeah, you know, these Project Life ones, I bought these in a sale over the years, and yeah, so I'm down to my last. These are Prima ones, Pretty Pale, and this is, oh, Fancy Pants. I don't remember buying them. Oh, look, 2013, my goodness, 11 years ago. No wonder I don't remember. They're a kind of modern style, but I'll still use them up. You can paint over them or put stickers on them or something. So yeah, so I thought today we would add 2 or 3. I did one already, just adding a little bit of collage, and yeah, and leaving the back kind of plainish for some writing. And some of them are already quite decorated. So yeah, and then I can just collage up them or decorate up them when I've got a notion to do this. But in the meantime, we'll maybe do 2 or 3. And I haven't punched these yet, so that I can show you how to do the punches for the rings. These littler ones have got a little M, so I don't know if that's memory. Me and my big ideas. Happy planner, but I don't know if that's M for memory keepers or M for me and my big ideas. But I looked already on Amazon, and you can still get these. They come in all, you can get glittery ones in all different sizes and colours. And if you just search for, now what was it I searched for? I searched for expansion discs for a planner or something like that, and you'll come across them. Yeah, so let's have a bit of a play. This has already got some old book page stuck on it, so I'm just going to use this one first. Yeah, and let's pick out a few bits and bobs, so that we'll just move the punch out the way. Right, okay, so I want to do it on a similar theme. So a main focal point of a photograph or a little board, a floral, and I've got them here, a little bit of trim, and a stamp. And for my stamps, I've got this, which is Hot Picks from Paper Artsy, and it's HP 2401, and there's quite a lot of stamps there. that I thought might be quite nice. That's the one I used there, Echoes of the Past. So we might use something from that. I've also got this, Some Words. Inspire, Create, Journey with Dream Memories. And I've got this, which I quite like this. And though she be but little, she is fierce. And this is Dina Weekly Media, Ranger, Scribbly Girlies, Scribbly Girlies. And that's that stamp there. So we've got plenty wordy stamps to choose from to give us a little bit of a word. And I've also got a couple of washi tapes, because I stuck a washi tape there and a little bit there. And I've also got my little Tim Holtz labels. And I used that one there. So, and I stamped some words in the background. I think that was that stamp there with the kind of scribbles and the kind of sum at the end there. Looks like somebody was doing some accounting. Okay, so we want to set this out as kind of inspiration so that we can do a kind of matching, not matching, but a kind of similar thing. And I wanted to use this time Though She Be Little. Oh, excuse me. Right, Though She Be Little. And I quite like Though She Be Little. Which one looks the most? Well, it has to be a she because it says she be little. So we have to choose which one looks the most fierce. I think she looks most fierce, don't you think? I think maybe she does. Right, so we want to do, let me just prop that up so that I don't do exactly the same. Maybe stand her there with that there. And we will pick out a little florally flower. That's quite nice. So we can have that. Maybe, no, it's too narrow. Something a little bit straighter that can come out. Maybe that actually. Yeah. So, do we want to stamp the background, or are we happy with just maybe some washi? What other backgrounds have we got? Maybe do the little birds up there. And that will offset, I think. Yeah, let's go for that just now. So, what do we want to do first? We'll maybe do our stamping first. So I've got my VersaFine Onyx Black. Now, these don't have, they're not clear, so I just want to try and line up my bottom line of words there with a line on the acrylic block. This is my new VersaFine, so it's nice and juicy. And I just want that about there. Yeah. Okay, so we'll get this down. Just going to grab my book, my gluey book, and let's see where we had this. About there. And then this little pumpkin can go on as well. Yeah. Now, let's see if we need a label. Oh, there's one with purpley writing that would match that purple flower. Now, the birds. Do we want the birds? If I stamp, I wonder if that's shiny. I wonder if it would stamp on top of that. I don't want to cover up the date, so maybe we'll stamp and put. Now, let's see how it's going to look. If I stamp that and then put that, will we miss their tails, do you think? No, I think that'll look okay. So we'll go for that. We'll try and get that straight on the acrylic block. About there. Let's put the lid on the glue. And I know that I put them on straight, so I'm just trying to line up something there. And we will keep our fingers crossed that that doesn't need to be dead straight. Yeah. And we will put this on as planned. About there. So the sun has been shining brightly here for the past few days, unusually. So I've not been in the crafty room. We have been out and about, enjoying the sunshine, sitting outside. We had lunch outside one day at a nice place in Glasgow, and we've had numerous coffees out, and yeah, enjoying the sunshine. It was a little bit duller this morning, but it is brightening up. So I shall probably go out and sit after I have chatted to you and enjoyed making this little video. I will put the computer on, get it to load up, and while it's doing that, I will go outside and enjoy some sunshine. Now, so that's nice. Do we want a bit there? I think so. So just line that up right with the edge. And then I am just going to snip this little bit off and round. I would ordinarily fold it over, but the corners are already rounded and it would just not go right, not go properly. Yeah, happy with that. Let's do a little bit of distressing. Vintage photo. I don't have any of those fancy brushes or fancy things. Just use a little bit of sponge. Does the job just the same, I think. There. Now we could go to the sewing machine and we could add a little bit of stitching, but I don't think I'm going to. Not today. Yeah. Right, where did my little book go? Oh yes, I sat it back there as inspiration. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one off and I'm going to use a pencil. Oh, we haven't put a little trim on this one. Do we want her to be standing on a piece? Okay, so there's that. And there is that. Nope, that's a no. That's a no for the moment. So we will put that on top of there. Grab a pencil and mark where we want to put the holes. So just an ordinary paper punch. Two and three. Now you can use however many discs you think you're going to need. If you have a bigger piece, if you're say doing a 12 by 12 or whatever, then now I still need to do my slits. So what I've been doing is just one slit, a little bit of washi, and then making the slits a little bit bigger. So one slit and then just going to the side and the side. And if they're not big enough, you'll be able to tell because it won't turn on the disc properly and you might need to widen the slits a little bit. But they should pop on quite easily. And of course, the more you use the journal, the easier it will become to turn the pages. So, oh, look at that. Oh, hello, we've got a wee friend here. Off you go. Off. No. We've had the back door open and he's obviously come in. I don't know if he's a wee midgie or just a wee. Off you go. There we are. He wants to join in the fun. He'll end up getting stuck to... He's determined to join in. You'll end up getting stuck to a bit of glue or there, over there. That's you. Right, so yeah. The more you turn and get used to the, and of course if I want to come along and decorate this, it just simply pulls out and you can decorate it to your heart's content and then pop it in. And of course you can do it until the ring, well, I don't know. I was going to say till the ring's full, but that wouldn't be right because then it would be, although that would be quite nice, wouldn't it, sitting? If you did the whole ring, it could sit and be a display piece. Okay, let's do another one. We'll set that one there. Right, where did I put over there? So I've got these two. I think we'll do that one. I don't know which way around it says. We'll do this. Okay, so let's decide. What have I put? I've put Aloysius Echoes of the Past. So let's do, will we do Picture This, or will we use one Memories? I think we'll use Memories from this. Just move things about a little bit. So we're going to use Memories. We can put Memories there. Now, are we wanting a little bit of book page on it like we've got here? Well, we missed the book page this time because we've already got this already on it, and this is sort of textured. So let's see. So we're going to put Memories, and oh, that's a good one for Memories, I think. Yeah, use that one. We'll maybe just cut around that a little bit. And what we'll do is we'll fold it to pretend that it's been a little bit through the wars before we just give a wee corner there, just to distress it a little bit. Keep that folded over. And that just looks like, you know, it's been in an album and it's been passed down through the ages. There. And the album is long gone, but it's now in an old family tin. And if it's anything like the tin of old photographs I've got, nobody knows who they are, which is a shame, but there we go. Now, let's pick out a nice floral. Is there a teal colour, do you think? I wonder if we could use part of that somehow. No. Either a teal colour or something really contrasting. Now, what would that lad have given that young lady? A bunch of flowers, some roses maybe. This is the most difficult bit of anything, isn't it? Choosing something. I'm not sure I like. No, I'm not sure I like the roses on here and doing it. Let me change it. Let me change it to this one. And we can leave that side blank, and we can do this side. And that gives us more, because that was quite restricting, wasn't it, using that one with the roses already on it. And then we were going to have double roses, and you know, that's sort of like double denim, isn't it? You don't really want double roses. Right, okay, so that's our flowers picked out. Let's see what we've got here. Just a random little selection, and we can see here's something that says telephone. Don't know. It doesn't really need to mean anything. There's something, it's just got a year on it. Although I'm sure they're not from 1879. Oh, 317 Main Street. Let's go for that. Okay, so what else do we need? We've got our stamp, we've got our floral, we've got our picture, and we've got our little doofer. Maybe put some washi on it at the end. Do we want to stamp anything else on it? No, I don't think so. I don't think we need to stamp anything else. Let's see how this goes, and maybe we'll put some of this on this one. Right, so let's stamp first. I always stamp first, or if I always try to stamp first if it suits the project, because then if your stamping isn't all it should be, you haven't gone to the bother of making your project and then stamping, and oops, stamping hasn't worked. So let's stamp first, and I've inked around the edges there, so I'll just take that off. Memories, and I'm trying hard not to sing memories. That's from Cats, isn't it? Yeah. So that worked out okay. It's not entirely straight, but it's straight enough. Which way round does that go there? Just put that there like that. Right, that's us done with that. Right, so we want this on. When I glue these floral things, when there's a stem, maybe it's just me, but if there's a stem, I don't like it just hanging in midair. I've always got to kind of cover the stem up. Why would that be? But yeah, it just feels like it's the right thing to do. It's the same when you've got people. I mean, I'm guessing that she's standing on this bit of book page, so she needs to be standing on something. She can't just be floating. And it was the same with this floral. There was a stem, and I've just put that bit of washi over it. It just seems to be a rule. I don't know why. I'm just gathering up that glue from that there. I think it's just a rule that I made up. colours now. Right, and Memories of 317 Main Street. It's like, remember that time I bought you roses when we used to stay in that nice house on Main Street? Just like, yeah, I remember. Yeah, a nice little cluster down the bottom there. This was already on, so that's fine. Yeah, now do we? I don't think we do. Let's see if we're going to put some washi tape on. I think along the bottom here. Oops. So when I was having a bit of my clear out on the bottom drawer and found these discs I'm using today, hubby was doing the same with his games. He doesn't do it so much now, but he's got an Xbox and a PlayStation, and he had also older things, so he was clearing out his things, and it's put him in the notion for playing some games. So we've gone a bit kind of, oh look, finding things and using them. So yeah, so he's playing some games this afternoon, and that he found in a box during a clear out, and I'm using my discs that I found in a box during the clear out. So yeah, all good. Yeah, I'm liking that. Brings that sort of random bit printed on it into the picture. Okay, so let's do the same. Oh no, we've got to ink the edges. I always, well, don't always forget, but quite often, because I'm not really a big inker of edges. There's just certain things I think that lend themselves to being inked, and this seemed to be one of them. And I'm not sure if when I switch the camera off that I might take them to the sewing machine and just add maybe a little bit of a zigzag here and there so that they can be quite thready. Do you know that? And that's one of the reasons why I quite like to add some stitching. It's not even so much the stitching sometimes, it's the loose thread that you get that I think just for some reason, and I know some people aren't keen on and cut their threads right down, and that's fine, obviously. Everybody's allowed to do what they want. Keep reading on the Facebook pages, there's no rules. But obviously no rules, but people still have preferences, what they like and what they're not so keen on. So yeah, I might just go to the machine, or I could take my black fine line. Well, if I did that, I wouldn't get the threads. So no, I'm not going to do that because I want to get the thready things. There. I'm thinking maybe we'll put memories on the top. Oh, that's really quite cute, isn't it? And I've still got loads and loads to decorate. And if I wanted to use it to journal, I could write on the opposite sides, and there's room on the other pages as well. So, yeah. Oh, I'm quite pleased with this, quite pleased with myself that I had all those years ago stuck them in the bottom drawer in the cupboard. And yeah, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 of the little ones left. So that's 4, so there must have been 7. That's an odd number to have in a pack, isn't it? And then there's these big ones with a heart in the middle, and then plain black ones. And I'm sure I must have the planner somewhere that's probably still got the rings on it, but maybe I will come across that on my next bout of clearing out and tidying. Right, I'm going to leave it there. So thanks very much for joining me today, and if you've enjoyed the video, a thumbs up would be great, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.